Hey, you want to know what the 12 things are that narcissists just simply do not do? Watch till the end of this video and you'll find out all 12. Hi, I'm Rebecca Zung, and I'm an attorney. I am an author. I am a narcissist negotiation expert. That means that I help you with step-by-step guidance to manage, deal with, and negotiate powerfully with narcissists. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and you hit that notification bell so that you can have real tips and guidance on how to do just that. So let's talk about the 12 things that narcissists just never do because they are very, very insecure, like to the max. They have no inner sense of value. They have to suck it all from the whole world in the form of narcissistic supply. And so there's just certain things that they just, because they're just so scared inside, that they're just simply not going to do. It makes them feel like they're losing whatever little sense of self that they absolutely have. And so they feel like they need to protect it. They live in a world of scarcity and survival, almost as if they're like out in the wilderness or something. I mean, they don't think about it that way, but that's how they are. I mean, the big secret is that you are actually the more powerful one. You're actually the one that has the value. They attach themselves to you because you have so much value. If you didn't, they wouldn't think that you're a good source of supply. That's the big, huge gaslight that they do on you. They make you think you're the one that's devalued, and it's really the opposite, right? So let's talk about the 12 things that they don't do. Number one is they do not show their true selves. They can't do that. There's just no way for them. You know, they really live in this world of like, there's this little inner self, and then there's like the self that they show people. It's a very much a dichotomy. I always think of that Billy Joel song, The Stranger, where he's like, you know, we all have a self that we hide away, but they really do. It's like no one ever sees. So that's number one. They don't show their true selves. Number two is that they just don't have any security in their relationship. So they don't trust whoever it is that they're with because they can't show their true self. So there's really no security in any of their relationships at all. They don't trust anyone. They really can't have like true connection, which is sad, but it's not your responsibility. So number three, they don't want to be seen as the bad guy. So they'll do whatever they need to take everybody else down first. And that's why when you see the demise of the relationship, when it starts to go downhill, you start to see the birth of the smear campaign because they want to make sure they're going to get you before you get them. With narcissists, things are very black and white. You're either for them or against them. Things are fantastic or they're horrible. A person is amazing or they're worthless. And so once you have shown your cards that you're no longer for them, then in their minds you're against them and you have become public enemy number one. And you know, the slightest little slight is grounds for war sometimes. So that's number three. They'll just never allow themselves to be portrayed as the bad person. So number four is they don't want to lose control. They'll do whatever they need to maintain control over the situation, even lie, manipulate, cheat, steal, take other people down, burn things on their way out. It doesn't really matter, but they'll do whatever they need to try to maintain control of a situation. I had a mediation one time where the guy came in and he was like demanding that he get the dog back from their adult daughter before he would even start mediating. And it was like his way of establishing that I'm in control of this situation, that I'm running this mediation. Because, you know, what were we going to do with the dog? Make him sit in the car, have him be in the office? I mean, it was a completely ludicrous demand, but it was to establish that he was the one in control. The next one is they certainly do not say sorry unless they need to. They will use apologies in a certain way to try to manipulate, to try to get what they want. Some never say sorry at all. They just can't bring themselves to do that. But if you want to know more about what a narcissist means when they're apologizing, when they're saying sorry, and how they're using that, make sure you check out my video on that topic. I have a whole video on that. All right. So the next one is they don't allow people to prove them wrong. I mean, even if you show them proof, you've got a text message, you've got an email, you said this, or this happened, or this was, they'll somehow figure out a way to like wrangle it around so that they're not wrong. Maybe find some shred of something to spin so that they're not wrong. The next one is they don't see others as equals. I mean, they always have to be looking down if possible. They're just not going to see others as equal. That's part of building themselves up so that they can feel more powerful than other people. The next one is they don't have sympathy. They just can't feel what you're feeling. It's just, I kind of liken it to having like a really horrible toothache. When you have a terrible toothache, all you can feel is like your own pain, and you kind of know other things are going on out there, but it doesn't really register. And that's because that's what's going on with them. They're only, for themselves. They're extremely broken, hurt people. And so they just can't have sympathy or empathy for other people. The next thing is that they don't do anything that doesn't benefit them. So there's got to be some reason that they're going to do something for someone. What am I getting out of this situation? They're not going to just do something just to do something. I mean, that whole anonymous donor thing or altruistic tendencies, whatever, they don't have that. That doesn't even like register on their Richter scale. So they definitely don't do anything that doesn't benefit them. And if you think I'm so spot on so far, give me a spot on in the comments. All right. So the next one is that they do not listen. I mean, they just hear the words coming out of your mouth, but it's not registering to them as far as like taking it in, hearing what you're saying, being able to provide feedback, being able to have that empathetic listening, all that sort of thing. They can't do it. It's not possible. They don't listen. The next one is they don't really give compliments. Now, they will if they think that it's going to benefit them in some way, oh, you're doing great or whatever. But maybe they're saying these things because they want this person to work harder, to be their friend, to, whatever it is. I mean, there's always some manipulation to it. And then once you are in their little web of control, then it becomes like backhanded compliments, like, oh, you're doing pretty good for someone who sucked at this, or, you're losing some weight for somebody who's, obese or whatever. I mean, like they'll just kind of weave in the compliment with also a backhanded diss at you. So that's the next one. So charming, right? Okay, the next one is they won't let anyone look better than them. And it kind of goes back to what I was saying before about taking you down before you take them down. And so that's actually the key, by the way, to negotiating with them. You have to understand that more than anything, they want to make sure they look better, that their image is preserved, that they don't get exposed. And so when you are creating your leverage in your negotiations, that's the thing that you need to think about. A lot of people think that it's money that motivates them. Money can be a factor, but more than anything, image is the thing that you're going to want to be thinking about when you're creating your negotiation strategy. And if you want to know more about that, grab my free Crush My Negotiation prep worksheet at winmynegotiation.com. Come join my free private Facebook group at Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. Lots more support in there for sure. And if you like this video, give it a like, give it a share, drop me a comment. Let me know that this was spot on, or some of the other things that you think that narcissists just don't do. And make sure that you have subscribed to this channel as well and hit that notification bell. I'm Rebecca Zung. I am so glad that you stopped by and stick around and watch a few more videos because remember, today is a great day to start negotiating your best life. And I will see you in the next video.